All 100.
Nah, what's a nigga would run up? Yeah, nah, bruh.
Fuck on.
Bruh, she goes south out here, bruh.
That's a fact.
It's just the streets.
That's a fact.
Hell yeah.
Ain't no love out here. That's a fact.
Family straight?
Yeah, I'm good. Y'all good?
Yeah. Chopping up.
I'm good. Alright, we good. We already wrote.
No, that's straight.
What's good, bro?
What's happening, man?
I'm glad you came through, bro.
Me too.
Yeah, we appreciate it, bro.
Hey, I'm
For real.
blessed to be here, man. Like, for real. I really appreciate everything y'all doing, man.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
All love, for real.
Hell yeah, bro. I mean, what we're trying to do, like I told you before, is provide that platform for local artists, you know, to speak to the people, get their music played, you know, the whole nine.
And that's important.
But we gotta start somewhere.
Thanks.
And we glad that you was number one.
Hey, I'm happy to be number one.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Like, everybody coming up after me, I was here first. Remember that.
Word, nah, bro. To listen to the mixtape, everything, it panned out real good, for real, bro. Like, it was smooth.
I appreciate
it. It was
that.
smooth, bro.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, nah, like I said, I think my favorite song was the Monte Carlo, bro.
Yeah.
Monte Carlo, definitely. Monte Carlo flows. It was a picture painted, bruh. Did something inspire you? Did something make you feel that way?
I mean, you heard it, so you know it's a lot of aggression on on that. It really what it was you know, I was going through some things where I had a period of time, and I'm still going through it, where I was separated from my family due to circumstances.
Okay.
We couldn't talk and things of that nature. So, you know, I had written half of it, you know, just recalling off memory.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, to fight the gun, you know, fight with guns, grab the stick and move. I was plotting on a different move.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know, stuff like that, you know. But I had walked out. I was like, I just went hard on this first. I don't know how I can tailor this off. Went outside and I had saw some people, man, and it was just like, that aggression started welling up, and I was like, oh, I got all I need. Went back in the house and finished that off, but that was really just, like I said, it's the other side of the streets. It's not the bottle popping. It's not, you know, it's real talk, real conversation. You know what I'm saying? Everything that was in there, even a skit, even a skit is, you know what I'm saying, real life things that have happened. So,
nah,
you know,
you blanked on that.
Yeah, I appreciate that one. You know, and I want to show lyricism too, because I feel like that's,
man, who you tell?
it's like a war right now. It's like a war right now, and I want to, you know, this what side I'm on. You know, so yeah.
So you like mumble rap? You like mumble rap? You good with that?
Do y'all like mumble rap?
Yeah.
I do.
I ain't gonna front. Like,
I do. I like all music though.
all music is art. Mumble rap is catchy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you use it for different things. Mumble rap is like a tool. I wouldn't down mumble rap. I just know what side of the fence I stand on. You know what I'm saying? Like, mumble rap is a tool. You want to get hyped before you go to the club? Like mumble rap.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. It's not no shot at it.
Yeah, you want to kind of jig a little bit?
Yeah. Well, see, and that's my thing, because I like to always be like that. So
you know, mumble rap. Now, you feel like, you know, they don't want to be on my Huey Newton. You know, you play Kendrick. You know, and today I just kind of want to sit back and just, you know, watch the clouds and sip on a little liquor. You know, you play Cole.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's different things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can't down mumble rap, but I think the way that it's pushing the game, I wouldn't say it's the evolution of it. Because rap started off real soulful. It started with a message. It started with real life, you know, people. And not to say that people who are rapping with mumble rap don't have a real life message or anything like that, but the illusion that, you know, being an addict, you know what I'm saying? You know, using all these different drugs and things of that nature is cool, and it should be, you know, it should be natural.
Yeah.
That's not how I was raised. That's not how I come. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can't relate to it. So I don't really play it like that. You know. So
I get that. Well, what off that then? You feel me? Like, what influenced you to start rap?
Well, originally I'm from Madison, Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know, for those who don't know, obviously it's the Midwest region. You know, so I moved here thinking about 2011, 2012. But I had always been listening to music. You know, the big artists that came out from the Midwest, you know, Kanye, Common, Lupe, you know, people like that. So I had always liked what they did with words, and my dad didn't really like, you know, the rap, you know, the other rap, the other side of that. He liked the conscious stuff, and that was the only stuff that he really sometimes let play. You know, and then my dad is from the South, he's from Alabama, so, you know, Outkast was being played.
I was about to say, like okay, so you pretty much always just been gravitated to the lyricists.
Yeah. So I came here, and I remember like it was yesterday, I was in science class, you know, 6th grade. Yeah, 6th grade science class, and dude's this, you know, he beating on the table. Everybody going in, they looking at me like, you finna jump in or what? I jumped in and did my thing, and it was like, oh, you know. And I just knew with the little cadence that I was doing, I was like, yeah, I like playing with words, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what kind of got me into rap, you know. But
twisting words around,
you know,
over there.
You know, you get the little fame, you know. Girls are kind of like, oh, you know, you know. And then you learn how to spit to the ladies.
You know how to do it. Okay.
Then it's like, oh, okay, I can use this for my own gain. I ain't even finna front, but
right.
I put it down because I feel like there's that one point in everybody's life where it's like, is this really what I want to do? And it was what I wanted to do, but I had just jumped out of high school, you know, and I was always taught to stand on my own too, so it was like, rap ain't paying the bills.
Right.
You know, you gotta be a man, you gotta make a decision, you know what I'm saying? What is you gonna do? And I chose to put it down, but I always kept gravitating back to it.
Okay.
You know, and it was key people in my life that was like, put up or shut up.
Yeah, it's a reason then. Like, you already know.
Better do this.
It's a reason.
So we went, you know, head first behind it. So
I have to stand behind
straight up.
Yeah. What you got?
Shit, I mean, is there anybody that you, as far as musically wise, is there anybody that you know, pattern your flow after, you know, or that inspires you to make the music that you make?
Yeah, definitely that inspires me. I don't know if I would pattern my flow after them. I feel like everybody takes from certain artists that they like and they just kind of throw it into a big pot and mix it up like gumbo. You know, I think the earlier Drake, I like the earlier Drake. He was one of the first people to bring out emotion. You know what I'm saying? He made, you know, being vulnerable cool. So, you know, as far as vulnerability, Drake, you know, street terminology and being able to be intellectual but also tell a story about the streets, you know, Kevin Gates. Versatility, I like Tory Lanez. You know, Tory Lanez will get on a beat and body with straight bars, and the next thing you know, he dropping a chicks tape solely for the ladies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Outkast, you know, Lupe, Common, you know, as far as lyricism and the metaphors and being able to really, you know what I'm saying, talk about something, you know, them. And I like Dave East as well. I feel like Dave East really knows how to paint a story. I looked over my flow and I was like, what separates me from the greats? What separates me from a Tory or a Dave East? And it's really just detail. Like with Dave, like he'll go into great minute detail about what he's talking about, to where it's like, you know, if he's talking about leather, you feel like you can touch the leather. You know what I'm saying? And so those are the things that kind of influenced me. I just kind of threw them all into a pot, mixed it up, and came out with this, because my big thing was like, I don't want to sound like nobody else. Right. You know what I'm saying? People be like, yo, so-and-so nice, you know, he sound like Kendrick. Yeah. You know, yo, Sonny nice, he sound like Dave East. You know, so-and-so nice, he sound like Cole. Yeah. That's great. But the problem is, we already got a Kendrick, we already got a Cole, we already got a Dave, so that's not gonna work. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna work. You gotta follow your own path and figure out something different. You know what I'm saying? So that's my big thing. Not trying to sound like nobody. You know, because that's what's gonna make you different.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's gonna help you build your own lane.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, it's having your own lane where people know that if I want that content, I can go listen to such and such. If I want that, I can go get it. You know, and whatever people want, they want to be able to come get it for Sunday.
Exactly. My big thing is like, I remember Kevin Gates said this, and when he said it, I was like, damn, he stole my shit. Like, he stole my shit. I was thinking the same thing. He was like, I want Kevin Gates to be a villain. And I feel the same way. Like, I want Sonny Banks to be a villain. I want it to be an emotion. But I don't want it to just be one emotion. You know how, like, when people be like, we lit. Like, you know what lit mean. Like, you know they turned up. Like, but that's the only thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want Sonny to be such a broad term. It's like, whatever you feeling, you can come to me for that. You want to cry? Sonny got that. You want to get hyped? Sonny got that. You want a sad story about the streets? I got that. You want a story about how we made $10,000 in one day? I got that. I wanted to be, you know, a broad category.
A Swiss Army,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. For real. I might steal that. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all heard it? Y'all heard it first. I stole it. I ain't gonna lie. They gonna be like, damn, where you get that Swiss Army knife? I said, I'm only like, you gotta go watch the podcast for that.
Exactly. All right. Well, let me ask you this, because we got tons of male rappers.
Yeah.
Tons of them.
Yeah.
But we've seen a rise in female rap artists.
That's a fact.
We got Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B's.
Yep.
Of course, you know, Nicki Minaj, Tinks, the Dreezys. How do you feel about the rise of female artists?
I feel like it should have been happened. like it should have been happened, because music, no matter how you put it, it's about expressing yourself and being emotional. And a lot of times we as men, like especially, you know, hip hop is really dominated by black men. A lot of times we're not shown how to be emotional or how to let shit out. A lot of times it just come out as anger. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, us tapping into that to create records is a little bit harder, I feel like. For females though, I feel like it's a little bit easier. And, you know, females know how to express themselves real well. So when I was coming up, a lot of the poets and singers and stuff like that was female. You know what I'm saying? Like the poets for real was female, and they was kicking some hard stuff. And it was just like, I don't even know how you must have pulled that from like the depths of your soul or something. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the new females that we got coming up now is making a name for themselves, like in the realm of lyricism. You know, because you know, a lot of them, you know, a lot of songs about twerking ass and things like that, and you know, that's all cool and well, but they got more than that. You know what I'm saying? That just may be the main hook to get you in, but like, one of the people I like, and I'm kind of getting more into it recently, Tokyo Jets.
Okay.
So, and she's, you know, she signed with Tip, with T.I. Tokyo Jets can spit, like, she can spit, you know what I'm saying? So like they really making a name for themselves now. You know,
like you said, they should have. It's past time for them.
It should have been happening. If we can let 6ix9ine in the game, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If we can let them type of artists into the game,
Facts.
Female should have been on.
You
know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what I stand on. You know, you can let a snitch in the game. These females, you know what I'm saying? Because they got stories just like us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, a lot of,
not more.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of niggas be thinking like, females ain't shit. They be the ones getting the getaway car, like, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, like, we may go do a step, they the ones still out here. Like, they the ones normally get away scotch-free sometimes. So it's just like...
And then done some wild shit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So
They like, yo, I could stab the nigga, like... You know what I'm saying? Like, got crazy story. Like, wait, you did what? And you know what I'm saying? We all know that one female. Like, I ran over that nigga. Like, we over here like, bitch, you in jail? Like, what the hell? Like, you know, so, you know, and I really feel like they finna dominate real quick. I feel like it's finna be, if they can all work together, that's the thing. Like, if they can all work together, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
True, I agree. And I think they will, as long as, you know, social media don't really, you know, pit them against each other. I personally don't think that the artists have a problem.
That's the thing.
it's social media. Oh, I like such and such, or you know, everybody want to compare.
And that's when
you know, artists or you know, music and it automatically jumps to such and such is better than so and so.
Because you automatically
they're just two different lanes.
Yeah, you automatically get comparisons.
Yeah,
rap,
you don't have to.
Yeah, rap has always been competitive, but it don't gotta.
Because they want to put them up against each other.
Yeah, and that's really what I've been studying. Like, it's more than just music in the music business. As much as I would like not like that to be, it's the music business. So a lot of it is also image, and it's like these images. A lot of times, like you said, get thrown where they gotta pit against each other, and then it's like egos come in, lane change. You know, you in my lane, I'm in your lane. Come in, and then it's like,
yeah. I mean, because
that conflict.
And see, men don't have that problem so much these days, and I think it's weird. I guess because, like we said earlier, off camera, the Atlanta ways, they stuck together.
Yeah.
We just all gonna come up together. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Instead of letting the media actually get in between them, making the money and going out here and looking the way they want it to look. You feel me?
Like, dudes, our beef is a lot quicker to start and quicker to end. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, who was it? It was Game and Lil Durk had beef.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right now it's T.I. and Kodak. Before that it was, you know, T.I. and Lil Flip. Before that it was, you know, Thug and Quan that we thought. You know what I'm saying? And ours is a lot quicker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we speak our shit. You got a problem, he got a problem. Y'all can talk about it. Y'all can fight about it, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's done. But, you know, women, that shit burn on forever. But I will say, like, beef is not good for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like with this Kodak and T.I. situation, like that's purely ego.
Yeah,
that's purely ego. Like what Kodak said was messed up. He shouldn't have said it.
You know
what I'm saying? But T.I. came in and you know did what he did, and now Kodak is like, I'm a gangster. I gotta stand on that now. And it's just like
and I had said myself, T.I. should have just not said nothing, just being the adult in the situation.
Yeah.
I was like, man, T.I. could have moved on, went on about his business. Little kid, you know. But you keep going, you keep poking, you know what I mean? It's just gonna go tick for tat the whole way. We know with niggas, it can go way too far.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta realize, like, we lost two of the greatest artists through the beef. Like, if that don't tell you anything, we lost two of the greatest artists through the beef. Through the beef, like.
Which wasn't even that deep. It was nowhere near the point of somebody's life being taken. You feel me? So
if you gonna do beef, I hate to say it, like, let that be like wrestling.
Yeah.
Let that be like in the entertainment world where, you know, I ain't got beef with you. I know you ain't got beef with me. Like, they gonna spin it how they spin it. Let's just make money off of this hype. Let's do the shows, because you know more people gonna be coming. You know, I got my side. You know, they like, oh, he in a beef right now. I gotta go see him. You know, let's just get this money.
Get them ticket sales. Get them clicks. Get them views. Get
but
them
it's
likes.
like a lot of the times, like these rappers and their entourage really be feeling some type of way.
Nah, they do be gassing it up sometimes. I feel.
You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, rappers ain't doing the shooting, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's the little homie that they pulled out of the hood and you know, he 18 and he gave him $30,000, so that's basically a legal, you know, a good paying legal job, and he just there for the whole year to do one thing. Pull that trigger.
One thing.
You know what I'm saying? Those are the people shooting. It's not the rapper with the millions of dollars, $4.5 million estate, you know, 200, you know, $2 million in cars, 200,000 in his pocket. That's not the one shooting. Like, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Like, just leave that alone. Like, you know, like, you got artists who have, I'm not gonna say never got in beef, but they beef was behind closed doors. Unless you was really poking for it, you never would have known. Kendrick and Sean. Kendrick and Sean. Unless you was really listening, never would have known. You never would have known. Never would have known. You know what I'm saying? You see they groups getting in fights? Nope. You know what I'm saying? Never would have known. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a good beef.
It was a good beef.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a good beef. It remained hip hop.
It did.
That's the whole point of the beef. Let it remain on the record.
And that's where it gotta stay. But see, what you gotta understand is, like, street dudes have always been in hip hop, and I can't down them because I'm one of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, egos get into play. and then it's like you revert back to what you know. You know what I'm saying? Like if you say you was gonna smack him on record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't smack him, now you look like a bitch. And he got ammo to be like, nigga said he was gonna smack me on the record.
Feel me.
He ain't smack me when he see me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you ain't really got no choice. And then it's like, now it's disrespect. Now you done put your hands on that man, and now it's a totally different ball game now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's why that beef was so deep, because it wasn't necessarily the violent bars. It just hurt your feelings.
Rappers put themselves in a corner sometimes. Rappers put themselves in a corner sometimes, so where they gotta act a certain way, even if that ain't them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how, like, you gotta realize what you saying
Niggas
in an interview and on wax. Everything is now history. So you gotta realize, you gotta think from the mind state of 10 years from now, 5 years from now, a year from now, what are they gonna
look back at and hear
and say? You know what I'm saying? And if you think like that, you can maybe avoid some problems, some not all of it.
Yeah.
You know, emotions get into play. You might get hot-headed, or you might not be in your right state of mind. Or you just might be like, you know what? I'm in my right state of mind, but
this is how I feel.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but
that's how a lot of this shit gets started too. Right there. Fuck it. That fuck it right there.
Can't do that. Can't do that. I don't get the mentality of these rappers, like they get millions of dollars and then all of a sudden they want to act like they don't give a fuck about nothing. Like, like what? Like, nah, you gotta have that mentality in the streets. Like, you don't gotta have that now. Because actually, like, now you actually have it in a state. You feel like you have things that you need to manage, that whole I don't know about nothing mentality.
You got your family living a certain way now.
You got your family. You might have your homeboys and they families.
Jesus.
You're employing people. This is now a legitimate business, LLC, DBA, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You are now a boss. You are now employing people. People's lives and the lives of their families depend on you. You don't got time to be careless. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be careless, don't be a boss. Just don't. Like, save people the time and energy and the heartache. Don't be a boss.
Yeah.
Don't be a boss.
I can say, I guess, for a lot of these young guys coming up, they don't have that type of mindset, which starts with that type of teaching.
Yeah.
To know that, all right, once you get here, then you reach back and take care of business.
And I was blessed enough to have a father. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people can't say that. You know, and even more so, I was blessed to have a father who had wisdom. You know what I'm saying? He had been through things in life and he would instill these qualities in me. He would talk to me, you know what I'm saying? But some of it was just like, you just throw me out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you either, these lessons I cannot teach you. You either sink or swim. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Loyalty was one of them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Critical thinking was one of them. You know what I'm saying? You can't really, teach that. You know, they got classes for it in college and stuff, but that's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's classroom.
You gonna run left or run right. You're not gonna be like, well, the degree of the wind, and I think I heard the gunshot coming. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just gonna pick. You know what I'm saying? So I was blessed enough to have, somebody to teach me, but I read a lot. You know what I'm saying? I read a lot. So it was like, when you read, you tap into different characters and the different people's mentality and things of that, and you soak it all up, all of the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it, like I said, was just reading, but it's common sense too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really wish a lot of us had more guidance, because a lot of things, like I say, I was blessed enough to have a father, but a lot of things I still had to trip in the mud and fall and pick myself up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really just trial and error, but it's also loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of street dudes, I love my partners, these my brothers, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. Think for them. I don't think for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I'm moving. Like, every time I get into the booth, music video, coming on things like this, it's like, okay, I'm doing this to make sure my partners can have a house where they don't gotta pay rent no more. Or I'm doing this to make sure that my mama can get this. I'm doing this to make sure that my brother can live out his dreams. I'm doing this, you know what I'm saying? Like, think for everybody but yourself. That's a big lesson my father taught me. Like, I love him for that. Like, my father would take care of everybody else in the family, and then he would take care of himself. You know what I'm saying? And that's the mentality I have. So, Read, man. Like a lot of people think it's uncool to read. Like I used to read books on etiquette. Used to read books on jazz. Used to read books on art. Used to read books on traveling because different mind states, different music, different cuisine, they open up your mind. You know what I'm saying? That's why all these rappers travel so much, and then they come back to the States and they like, damn, she kind of weird over here. They're like, I got a different mind state. You know what I'm saying? Like if you've never been outside of your zone, how can you ever grow?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you ever grow?
World so damn big. You feel me? So much to experience, so much to do, live.
Yeah.
Like you said, trials and errors. You do gotta go out and trip and fall in the mud. Get up, brush yourself off, and continue.
Those are the best lessons.
Those are the best lessons.
They stick with you.
Most of the real lessons is you by yourself. So that made sense.
And I was always that kid who had to touch the stove and realize it. You know what I'm saying? So them scars and them lessons, like, they stick in your mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
If there was anything you had to tell the young brothers out here, you know, coming up, middle school, high school, because kids nowadays grow up way faster. It ain't just the high school kids about to step into the world, it's the middle school kids about to step in high school. If there was anything that you could tell them, you know, what would you tell them, knowing that the journey that you took to get to where you at, you know, what would you say to them to inspire them?
Man, anything I would tell y'all, you know, be yourself. You know, it's okay to be smart. It's okay to want to be a lawyer or a doctor or a CPA or a nurse. Or it's okay to be a janitor instead of wanting to be a dope boy. You know what I'm saying? Because that life comes with nothing but scars. You know what I'm saying? They don't tell you that the money is more addictive than the actual drug. The power of having a gun is more addictive than the actual drug that you selling. They don't tell you that your homeboys is gonna die. They gonna get locked up. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get stabbed. They gonna get robbed. They don't tell you about the struggles of, you know, having to put food on another man's table because he gone. You know, they don't tell you about mamas crying because they done buried their daughters and their sons at 22, 23 years old. They don't tell you about you growing up being bigger than your big brother or your big sister, or having to, you know, put commissary on your brother's books and, you know, you getting a phone call every year. They don't tell you about your brother getting 3 years because he picked up a phone and called you. They don't tell you about none of that. So I'm here to tell you, you know what I'm saying? Stay on that right path. You know, you like to shoot ball, shoot ball. You know, you a street nigga, but you like to do poetry, rap. You know what I'm saying? But believe in yourself and invest in yourself and don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Those are just my wise words for real.
Facts. Appreciate it, bro.
No problem, man.
And they need to hear it.
Nah, I was about to say real quick.
They need to hear
when did it become uncool to be smart? Was it us? Was it our generation? Was it how far? I mean, where the?
It was before us. It was before us.
Yeah, it was before us.
But where? Who the fuck?
I don't want to say like 80s maybe?
Maybe the 80s.
I know 90s for sure. I know 90s for sure. 90s, like, it didn't matter if you were smart, you better be a gangster.
Well, I guess whenever the word nerd became offensive.
Damn.
In 2019, being a nerd is like whatever.
Yeah, being a nerd is you just like,
I'm gonna get a check.
Appreciate it, dog.
Get a
But
check.
no, I remember coming up in like middle school and grade school, like, call him a nerd, like.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's go time.
Yeah.
Put me in the game, coach. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That nerd knew every karate movie he knew.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he get some stuff on Naruto or something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm not really a nerd.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, somewhere along the lines, like y'all said, like being, because I remember me personally, like I had to find that out. Like, I've always been smart, but I would hide it. In middle school, like me and my teachers had an agreement, like, I'm not turning in my classroom assignment when everybody else is. Like, and I'm gonna get zeros until we come to an understanding of that. I will turn it in when everybody else walks out. I'm gonna slip it to you and I'm gonna walk out because I had a rep to maintain. You know what I'm saying? I was that cool guy. I was that tough guy. I had a rep to maintain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't until later where it was just like, you gotta be smart to survive. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't smart, You gonna die out here. Like it's just that simple. Like if you're not smart with whatever you do, if it's basketball, if you don't got basketball IQ, you're not gonna make it. In the streets, if you're not smart, you're not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't until I stepped up and was like, you know what? I don't care what other people think. I'm highly intelligent, and I shouldn't have to be afraid or worried or scared to show that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I like to read, I like poetry, I like art. You know, back in the day, niggas look at you like art.
They do though. They do.
Art and crafts, nigga. What you hand painting? Like,
Yeah.
hell, you mean you don't like?
Just like I said, for me personally, like I like classical music.
Vivaldi is my boy.
You feel me?
Vivaldi is my boy.
Beethoven dude, and I like Bach. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Homies used to look at me crazy. Like I might be in a chill mood. Like you said, it's moods for shit. I might be driving around. It's a beautiful day. God damn it, I'm listening to classical music. I just want to hear some piano, some violin.
The Four Seasons, man.
Bruh, you feel me?
Beautiful.
Like, but if you know certain things like this in a hood,
It ain't respected.
it ain't respected. That shit's crazy to me, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like, what really changed that, bro? Like, or better yet, how do we change it back? And that's what I applaud you for just pushing that shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I think it goes back before we even said. A thought just came to my mind for real. Like when we were slaves,
Right.
the one that could read was always hated on. Because the one who could read, no disrespect to anybody, but was probably light skinned because he was in the house.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? And it was just like light skinned ass nigga.
So damn, so you telling me to go all the way back to colorism? It's shit. But it can't. Even on to the point of even if say for instance your master didn't know that you could read.
You gotta hide it.
You gotta hide it. You can't even let them know that.
Your people hate it.
Same way we just said, you feel me? Yeah, I was smart, but I can't necessarily gotta hide it.
You know
what I mean?
You gotta hide it from your master. Your people hated it because you were special now.
So now I'm a black sheep.
And then we escape all that. We get thrown into the hoods where, in the ghettos where you gotta fight to survive. And then brawn becomes more respected than muscle. I mean, muscle becomes more respected than your brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, cause in the hood now, like, you tell somebody like, look, man, trap house rolling real good. We just made 20,000. Thinking I'm gonna go invest and buy some dump trucks. Or I think I'm gonna set up a hot dog stand. Or you know what? We got enough money to get all the cleaning supplies that we need. We can start our own cleaning business. Niggas gonna look at you like, the fuck?
Yeah.
No, nigga, we taking this. We gonna re-up. We gonna get that.
Tomorrow we're making 40,000.
You know what I'm saying? We making 40. We gonna take 10 off the top. Yeah. We gonna ball the fuck out. We gonna go back with 30, and we gonna do it all over again. But they don't understand that your plan to create a legal business, you just rinse your money. You just wash your money. You just turn all that into legal gains, which is way more valuable than illegal gains. I had to tell people that when I transferred out of the streets. They was like, you was going to make an X amount of dollars a day, more than you make a month right now. Why would you do that? Because cleaner money is better money. Yeah, I could have made 100,000 in the streets in 5 months or in 10 months versus making 30,000 or 35,000 or 33,000 what I'm making now. But the cleaner money is more longevity. You can only run that type of hustle for so long.
Self-preservation, man. That's all it is.
Law of the streets.
That's all it is.
You know what I'm saying? And people don't think like that. So it's just like the rappers gotta make it cool again. And if not make it cool again, then you gotta speak on it. And that's why I said, like, I respect Nip so much. Rest in peace to the dead. Like, or rest in power, whatever you believe. You know what I'm saying? But Nip would have records where, he's rapping the street shit, and then he tell you he took this money and put it into cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That'll make somebody be like, okay, what is cryptocurrency? Digital currency. Okay, well, what's a Bitcoin? You know what I'm saying? What's an altcoin? You know what I'm saying? What are these Satoshi white papers that I gotta read? you know, to understand the business. You know, what's a blockchain? You know what I'm saying? That'll make somebody go ahead and try to be like, it's bigger than just my hood. It's bigger than just this cash that I have right now. Because 10, 20 years from now, you might not be even, you know, really using real paper cash. You know, thinking for the future. You know, because any rapper will tell you, anybody in the streets will tell you, you know, and there are books that'll tell you, any millionaire generally has 7 to 10 streams of money coming in, revenue streams. You know what I'm saying? Like, but people don't. We have all the information. Like, you, in this day and age, you can't be ignorant. Like, if you ignorant, that's your own fault. Like, you're just choosing to be ignorant. Like, I'm sorry. Like, because we got all this information.
It's at your fingertips.
But nobody want to take the time. You know what I'm saying?
But that goes back to your whole reading point. You feel me? You gotta read because people don't want to be smart. I mean, it's just everything go hand in hand. I think it's just time for people to understand. Nah, like being smart is where it's at.
Yeah, which is why we in this predicament that we are now. You know what I'm saying?
We need more people like you, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because my big thing is, I got, you know, 2 things with my music that I'll always rep. Greensboro, North Carolina. You know, I will always, even though I'm from Madison, Wisconsin, I love Madison, but I came here when I was 12. The pivotal points of my life happened in Greensboro, North Carolina. I'll always put Greensboro, and I will always rep Greensboro, and I will always try to bring money back to Greensboro. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And 2, you know, I say this before I say 2. I believe that there's only one race, human race. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't believe that. So we get into the color scheme, you know, which is why I'm saying this. But I try as hard as I possibly can to keep the money in the black community. You know, we only keep money, I think, for it's about, I think it's either 30 minutes or 3 hours. It's 1 or 2. You know, Asian communities, Jewish communities keep them for about 2 to 3 months circulating. $1. You know what I'm saying? We are the #1 consumer, but we are the least when it comes to producing. That's why I'm trying to tell people, like, create your own brand, like, wear your own clothes, wear your, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got, this is my shirt. I made it. I'm not, you know, doing free promotion for Balenciaga. They not helping me. They don't care about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have a goal. Like, you gotta have things that you want to accomplish. You gotta have things that you want to stand for. You either stand for something or you fall for nothing. That's just what it is.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Greensboro, North Carolina. That's where we at.
Hey.
336.
All right. And before we get out of here, I have to ask you.
Yeah.
I have to ask you. Your top 5 rappers of all time.
All time.
All time. Top 5.
Groups don't count. The groups count is like what, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, cause Talib, Kweli.
Shit, we'll do it different here.
Okay.
Groups count.
Groups count.
Top 5 artists or groups, you know.
Okay.
If you want to put them in order, they don't have to be in any kind.
Okay. Yeah, it probably ain't gonna be in order. I'm definitely gonna say Nas. We all know Nas gonna be up there. That boy can tell a story. Outkast.
Okay.
You know. Biggie. I was a big Biggie fan. His cadence and his smoothness was what got me. Pac had a message, he did, but it was the smoothness for me. Let's say I want to pick somebody from the new school. I'm gonna say Kendrick. I think Kendrick embodies almost everything. The only thing Kendrick don't embody is like the club record type shit. But like that, you know what I'm saying? That's not necessarily needed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say Black Star. Most definitely Talib Kweli. Cause you know, they had them bars, they had the flow, them boys was, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't choose, that's why I said, can we do groups? Because I couldn't choose between Mos Def, because you know he had Miss Fat Booty, and then it was like, Talib Kweli was like, I ain't never been in love before, you know what I'm saying? Like, or Miss Hills, I was like, can we do groups? Can I cheat real quick?
Right. Let me get the 2 for 1.
And I was like, can I get a 2 for 1? Because then I can't say Andre and Big Boy, let me get a 2 for 1, yo. Let me get a 2 for 4, like.
Okay. It works, man.
Yeah, man. That's the top 5.
Word.
That's the top 5.
Word, bro.
I respect that.
Yeah.
That list was surprisingly amazing.
Look, like I said, look, I'm up here first. Everybody after this. Yeah. Cop that shit. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Shit, what else we got, bro? We talked about Nip earlier. Just how big he was. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Once again, untimely demise.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Bro here already had kind of knew that it was coming after him. Mm-hmm. Just because of how deep, you know, how Nip was going, bro. You feel me? He was on some positive shit for the community. I just want to know, like, personally, in a way of his, keeping the marathon continue.
Yeah.
You feel me? Staying 10 toes down. Is there a way that you would be able to also continue that? You feel me?
Yeah. I think, and it's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. I feel like there's a way that we can all continue it. You know what I'm saying? And this goes for everybody in the streets, everybody who's not in the streets. I speak to those in the streets first, because I know that. You know what I'm saying? Put the rags down, man. Like, Nip worked to unite it. You know, I see people like, you know, marathon continues. Mm-hmm. You know, I consider myself a wolf. Everybody around me wolves. What we do is run.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We gotta run to eat. We gotta run to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I know about running. I know about, you know what I'm saying, that marathon. Stop killing your brothers. That's one way you respect Nip. You know what I'm saying? Transfer your money out of the streets into the legal game like he did. That's how you honor Nip. Listen to what he's saying in his records. That's how you honor Nip. You know what I'm saying? Buying his, you know, his clothing and things like that. Those are good for what I call civilians or people who ain't never had any interaction with the game and things of that nature. And I'll get to that, you know, like I said, that's the second part. But for those who have been in the game or associated with the game and know of the game and know the codes and you stand on those, you know, buying marathon clothes and things like that ain't gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna cut it. You gotta live by the principles that he stood on, which was not crazy.
Right.
It just simply means stand as a man and be a respectable figure. Be who you are. Nick Gangbang. I'm saying Nip Gangbang. That's who he was. Mm-hmm. He never tried to hide that. You know what I'm saying? So you gangbang, you used to gangbang, that's cool, that's who you are. I will never tell you to hide who you are. But understand that that's not all you have to be. You know what I'm saying? Now for those who ain't in the streets, you know, and all civilians, and you work regular time jobs, but you like Nip and you like what he stood for, go listen to his records. You know what I'm saying? That's putting money in his baby and in his wife's pocket. Mm-hmm. So they will be good forever. You know what I'm saying? Go buy the clothing. See what you can do in your own community. And it don't gotta be super big. It might just be cleaning the street. It might be going down to City Hall and arguing on points that you think are important. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the little things that, you know, that become big.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was doing things in his community. He bought the parking lot in his community. That was all the stores. He was doing cryptocurrency. You know, he was stopping the violence in LA. You know, because he had that platform, it got streamed to the rest of the world. And we were like, you know, if he got that type of pull and can do that, maybe we can too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And Greensboro, North Carolina, you know, respectfully, I will say, we don't have as big of a gang problem as LA. It's just a fact. We got gangs here, don't get it twisted. But it's not entrenched like it is in LA. You don't got grandmamas and great-grandmamas banging crip, banging, you know, blood. You know what I'm saying? Banging norteños or, you know what I'm saying, you know, sureños. Like, you don't have that. You don't have that. You don't have grandfathers telling you how they did a hit and how they got away with this and teaching you. That's LA. You know what I'm saying? I know people from LA. I know people from Oakland. You know, that's LA. You know what I'm saying? Here it's not like that. It's, you know, somebody brought it from over here and you ran with it, or you went to jail and you got down, or you thought it was cool and you got wrapped up and now it's too late, or, you know what I'm saying? Or that was just really something that you believed in, but you realize now that you're older that that's not the way to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop dying on these blocks that you don't own. You know, I think Jay-Z said it the best when he said, stop dying on over the house, the block on your mama's house that your mama rented. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? I'm saying? Like,
you feel me? You die for that street.
Yeah, like,
you gonna leave in a year.
I think he said something like, go buy a legitimate business. You go buy the block. Money, that's how you rinse it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
these are ways, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen. You know what I'm saying? But it's more than just an Instagram post, a Facebook post. It's more than just, I'm listening to Nipsey. It's more than just bumping it in his car. Like I said, for those who are in the streets, like, it's really a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think anybody who even knew about Nip's message to just be another caption or another picture in the wind that's lost in the stream of time. And a year from now, we look back like, damn, Nip died a year ago? That's sad. Oh, well, back to my normal day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it should be like, man, a rapper, you know what I'm saying, activist, investor,
right.
Brand manager, you know what I'm saying? One of the leaders and pillars in our community died today. Have I lived up to, what he might have wanted? You know what I'm saying? If your tombstone was, on this earth right now, today, you died today, and it read everything that you ever did on your tombstone, you know what I'm saying? Would you be proud of it? And if you are not proud of it, do the good and bad at least equal out. You know what I'm saying? Not all of us are gonna have more good than bad. We would all hope so. That's just not the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. But can you at least make it equal? Did you at least affect one life? You know what I'm saying? And change somebody, do something for the better.
Facts. Shit, bro. This was good. But the first one?
First one?
Hey.
Shit, we appreciate you, bro.
No problem, man. Like I said.
Hey, man, look, you already know you always welcome in all areas, bro.
Anytime y'all need, for real. I appreciate the blessing, man.
Always.
I appreciate the blessing. I'm gonna say this to anybody else coming on here, man. Y'all fuck with these people, man. Y'all mess with these people. They really trying to do something in Greensboro, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? If you can't respect them and what they doing, trying to build a platform for us young cats coming out here trying to make it better for our family, I can't respect you. And I stand on that. You know what I'm saying? Sonny Banks.
Facts.
All 100.